Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we unified Ireland. We've still got some internal work to do on Ireland, and we just inherited the Earldom of Ossory. Okay, that's a little bit awkward. We don't need that, so we're going to grant that off just immediately to someone. I don't care who. There we go. Perfect. That does mean that we need a new marshal as well, so we'll assign this guy as the most qualified. We also inherited some gold, which I guess that's convenient, but we had access to gold. We're going to go ahead and ransom these prisoners and demand a payment of this guy and of this guy. It was only 20 out of 50 gold, but that's fine. We can also grant vassals over to rightful liege. For the moment, we're not concerned about that. So that'll be fine. There is a Liberty faction created. No shockers there. Now, I believe we only have this city holding and this city holding that we're actively working on, right? I mean, other than our castle constructions, which are underway, but we're not too concerned about that. So that means that we need 2 additional city holdings here. Yeah, she's very upset at us. No shockers there. Should we revoke her Duchess title? Well, yes, but we can't. We have a truce right now. So that's okay. We'll go ahead and construct a city holding, or actually this has to be a temple holding here. And then we'll construct a city holding out over here once we have the gold, which will be around 10 months, something like that. A little faster if we have decent ransoms here. Let's see how that goes. Okay, 10 gold for both of those. That's not amazing, but it'll do. Cool. So we have 161 gold right now. And we're making 33 per month. Not bad. Not bad at all. Our military is maxed out, right? Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's not maxed out in terms of levies. We'll get there. For now, this is what it is. What we want to do at this moment is get level 1 of everything set up everywhere. Then we can work on upgrading. Okay, we can't sway our realm priest anymore. Our archbishop is indeed endorsing us, so that's looking good. This ransom is... no. I think. Correct. No. We're not going to pay 50 gold for that. Okay, so we're next going to get a city holding built here in 2 months. 2 months. This should be our last holding other than the castle that goes here that we can't queue up yet. And we have a new archbishop. Of course we do. Okay, so we're going to start swaying him. We just finished swaying the last one. But there we go. So we need a temple to finish constructing here. Right, I'm dumb. So that will have to finish. This temple here. Okay. This city has finished up, though, and we should definitely put guilds in here. Beautiful. Let's see, we're working on royal prerogative, and I would like to work that up. We can extort subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? So we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go. We have 560 gold right now. So we should probably start thinking about upgrading some of these castles up here that we're going to hold ourselves. We're going to eventually change our capital over here. Are we going to do that now? How much does that cost? Nothing? Probably. We're probably going to move that out over here. Around now-ish. But there's not really a point as long as we're holding Dublin. So I think that'll be okay. As long as we hold Dublin, this will be fine. We are seeing a soldier count drop, and apparently our husband died. So that, of course, means that we do need a new one. Skill 19 isn't amazing, but we will put this guy in as our steward, and you're managing domain. So we're going to have to hand out a title, and it's going to be Port Lairg. There we go. We're still working on conversion and control here. Should we work somewhere else on control? These are not under our control. Mayo. We should be working on Mayo. We'll continue to convert here, though. That'll be fine. Cool. We are negative on prestige right now, which is not necessarily ideal. But I guess it's fine. Okay. Mott was constructed. up over here. Obviously, that puts us above our domain limit. So we're going to grant out, for the moment, F loan. Cool. And we're going to immediately begin constructing military structures here, including a military camp. Mike gave us 2 gold. Thank you, Mike. We're going to be weaker for a little bit here before we become stronger as we hand these out. That's fully expected. So this is going to be done in 9 months. I want to check down over here. Yeah, we definitely need to put in hunting grounds here. There we go. So that city is now done. This temple has 3 years on it. And over here, we should construct certainly wetland farms and hunting grounds. So we'll get wetland farms going. And this has got some time here. We do have a stewardship perk available, and we'll take organized muster rolls. Fantastic. Okay. So all of this is going to be being worked on, right? We aren't upgrading over here. We're going to want to switch out some of these buildings. Some of them, anyway. Our duchy building actually goes over here. So we are going to want our capital to go here. Now that I think about it. Due to the duchy building. And realistically, we're going to want something along the lines of royal armories here. Yes, we're going to want royal armories. We should probably get that building right now, actually. So we'll get that going, now that we have the tech to do so. And as soon as we've got that gold, there we go. Fantastic. A motte has been constructed in Castlebar. So that's this one up over here. The question is, do we grant out Dublin at this time? We don't have the duchy building here. And we're ultimately going to want, like, tax offices? Or no? Yeah, actually, tax offices would be fine. I think for the moment... Okay, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to move our capital over to here. And let's grant out Dublin. Okay. There we go. So we hold the duchy, right? Or the duchy is actually destroyed. Yeah, the duchy is destroyed here, so that's okay. We just finished up this castle, and this one we currently can't hold. So we're going to grant this out to a random noble for the moment. Cool. So obviously, things are looking worse for us right now. That's going to be the case for a bit. They'll be worse until they get better. I know that's a little bit tautological, but even so. So what are we going to build here? Well, we're definitely going to build... Ooh. 200 gold. Yes, please. That will let us get our barracks going here immediately. So that'll be fine. We should probably start moving something like potentially bastions and curtain walls. 1.3, 1.7, 1.3. I think bastions and curtain walls is what we would replace with military camps here. Cool. So that's underway. This castle here is going to need work, as is this one. So we should immediately start constructing military camps here. We just finished converting Faith in Ormond. Is there anywhere else that we want to be converting? Yes, Desmond. Okay. Do we demand your conversion? They might accept. We'll see. Their opinion can't get worse of us. Yeah, they declined. We have a truce with them right now. Okay. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about Desmond for the moment. We'll deal with that later. So, up over this way, of course, we are going to need to start constructing a castle here eventually. The question is this the time? We can construct a duchy building up here, and tax offices would be a really good thing to put in. Now, we can lawfully imprison her. She wouldn't actually do it right now, which is fair enough. She actually came to pay homage to us. 50 gold. We'll take it. Excellent. So our current grandeur comes up here. 1159. Okay, that's going to be quite soon that we can sell our trivial titles. So that sounds good. And this is a special building that we could potentially put in here. Okay, noted. So for now, of course, we want to get this tax office over here. Absolutely, that will be beneficial for us. We're 37 gold off of that, so 2 months. And we'll get this going just as soon as we can. 12 gold off. Since we are low on our domain limit right now, I don't think there's a point in building this castle at this moment. Let's go ahead and get these tax offices going to increase our income, and we died. Okay, so obviously we don't lose anything here. Our wife here is skill 21 stewardship. That looks good, actually. She should be on managed domain. We do need a chancellor, and that will be this guy. A steward, that will be this guy. We need a marshal, this lady, and a spy master, this guy. Cool. We need a lifestyle here. We have diplomacy, which is slightly awkward. I want to check who our heir is. Yeah, we should definitely make sure that you're on stewardship. You are. Okay, perfect. So, do we want to go for stewardship right now? The answer is yes. Yes, we do. It's way too powerful at this point of the game. We have to do it. Our Archbishop actually endorses us, which is vaguely shocking. He doesn't maximally endorse us, though. So we're going to work on swaying him. And otherwise, we can just continue what our mother was working on. So this will be fine. We're going to... Yeah, these are going to calculate correctly now. Perfect. We're going to want to build barracks here as soon as we've got the cash. We're only making 14 gold per month right now. We can actually ask our head of faith for gold. Do it. Beautiful. We'll use the wealth wisely. We actually will use the wealth wisely. For our military, anyway. I don't know that the Pope would think that's super wise, but the Pope's opinion on that doesn't matter. Let's be honest. So I think that we would end up getting rid of, honestly, the small hill fort here. The small hill fort gets removed, and we're going to replace that with barracks. Then it's a much harder choice. Do we get rid of the small harbor, the hillside fields, or the pastures? And I think the answer is the hillside fields. Yeah, for the development growth for the trade port. That'll be correct. So over in Mayo, we did finish up construction here. So we now have our correct quote-unquote buildings here. Right? Right. So we can work on upgrading over here if we want to. Economic upgrades are almost certainly going to be the way to go. We just finished increasing control. Let's take a quick look at what else we might need to increase control in. Ulster is the answer. So we'll go ahead and do that. No problem whatsoever there. And our court grandeur is now level 0. We've not been focusing on that at all. We'll get there. Out over here in Dundealgan, the question has to be asked, how are we doing on all of these constructions? We've got a little bit of time. Okay. Let's go ahead and build up our trade port here. Cool. So that's underway. We're looking to max out our personal buildings right now. Of course, we've got this city down here, and we've got this city that we do actually still need to work on. That is a relatively high priority. So we should do that. We are going to be building hill farms and hunting grounds here. So as soon as we've got the cash, we'll build these hill farms. We don't have them yet. We do need to work our way through wealth focus here. So that'll take some time before we really start to have our cash flowing in. I guess we can take a look at some of this. We can get a pet cat. Sure. It is might again. Okay. Lose 6 court grandeur, huh? No. Go ahead and do that. And juicy. We are now a confident lover. Now, we are 43. Our wife is 46. We're unlikely to have additional children, I think. It could happen, but it's not super likely. Yes, give us 50 gold. I accept your generous gifts. Cool. So we're going to immediately come over here and invest this in hill farms. Of course, this temple holding is going to finish soon. We could hold court, but we're not going to. Get out of here, hold court button. Get out of here. Fantastic. Okay. So we've got a lot of vassals down here, right? We have a lot of power concentrated up this way. And that's exactly the idea. We have managed to succeed in our goal here. This barony is going to finish up here, specifically this temple. And there we go. That is now done. We're going to immediately put in, honestly, like a forestry. That'll get that constructing right away so that this guy doesn't, specifically this guy, doesn't build things that we don't want him to. So that'll be fine. Interesting. She is, of course, insular. We could revoke her title. She wouldn't be into that. And our daughter died. I believe that was the one that that's the one that I declined to ransom. That's fine. Whatever. New acquisitions, huh? 405 gold. Yes, please. So we're obviously going to invest heavily here. What are we going to invest in? Well, we can immediately start work on our final city holding down over here. So we'll definitely get that going. And this castle requires construction. We are going to go with a barracks here, almost certainly. What is this dangerous faction? Peasant rabble. Kind of irrelevant. We're not going to do anything about it. We'll put them down easily enough. No big deal there. We're about to finish up increasing our control, which is good. Keep in mind, these numbers have been without increasing our levies via the counselor organized army here. That's kind of huge. Now, we are going to expand off of Ireland soon, probably into Man will be the idea here. But we're not quite ready there yet. We've got quite a lot of internal work that I'd like to do. I would also very much like to build military camps here in Castlebar. So that'll be fine. There's our control increased, and we are going to check to see Thomond. Okay, we can work on the control there. That'll be fine. Cool. So we're about to finish up our weapon depots here. That's also going to improve our 100 gold and communal government all at the same time. That's exciting. So in the early medieval here, royal prerogative is being exposed and fascinated. I've found that it's not efficient to have both on the same thing. Because, let's see here. So this, if we were on, say, horseshoes, 24 years, okay, 184 years, and then 26 years, right? But this is 13 and then 8. I found that it's not efficient to have both on the same thing. There appears to be some amount of reduction on that. Exposure plus 40%, fascination plus 31%. And then we come in here. Okay, it's still fascination plus 31%. So maybe that perception isn't actually correct. Regardless, I don't think I want to have both of them be on royal prerogative. We could go for hereditary rule. I think that's pointless. I mean, the prestige would be nice, but otherwise kind of pointless. Horseshoes would be good. Movement speed is helpful. Alternatively, we could start moving into something like windmills. And I think that's even better. So we'll go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. And we've got 4 years here. This is still constructing. This is still constructing. Okay. No major concerns there. We would like to build out over here a barracks, so we'll get that going. Beautiful. And these can all upgrade themselves for the time being while we're upgrading our personal holdings. Ah, our domain limit actually went up, so we can revoke this. It's completely free because this is a barony. So that is guaranteed and extraordinarily free. I like it. So we finished up our weapons depot here. We should probably put in, instead of bastions and curtain walls, we should put in military camps or barracks here. We're going to go for barracks for now. And then what do we get rid of? Honestly, I think cattle lands. Yeah. Wetland farms is what we're going to be getting rid of. Where we can there. Oh, they grow up fast. It's true. Our heir is unmarried, and actually, this is pretty good here. This alliance is slightly not amazing. And there's this inheritable trait that's not great. Hopefully that doesn't, wait. Is he the dwarf? Oh, he's the dwarf. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do anything about that. Hopefully that's not passed on. Cool. So the alliance has been formed. Looks good. Never. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. So these guys have rebelled. It's just a peasant rebellion, not a big deal. We're going to raise up only our men-at-arms. They should be more than sufficient to deal with this. Oh, yeah. We have no need of levy troops here. Sure, this guy can become our friend. War is, of course, over, and we are going to disband our troops. Cool. And that was very easy. We'll replenish these forces and get back to positive financially. We just finished converting faith in Desmond. So, we're going to try to demand her conversion again. We'll see if she converts. She does for a hook. We decline. And instead are going to revoke her title. She is going to rebel. This isn't a problem. So we're going to get our troops raised up here. Only the men-at-arms. We're not going to need more. And we're heading in. Rally the troops. We're already on our way before she even raises her troops. It's super over. So wooden barracks have been finished up over here in various locations. We're negative financially right now, which is to be expected. We just finished increasing control, and we're just going to go back onto organized levies, I think. Actually, nope, we need to go back up to Ulster. Okay. Right, because of the rebellion there. So we'll work on that. This siege will be done very shortly, and the war will be over. Cool. So this is looking great. These guys are sieging up here in Braefney. I don't care about that. Whatever. War is over. We got 32 gold from that. I don't think that was profitable necessarily. But that, of course, means that we can now revoke her duchy title. Now, we don't necessarily care about the earldom. We're going to grant that off to someone who's of the correct religion and culture. And now we're going to need to get rid of this duchy title, which we'll go ahead and destroy. For the time being, we don't need to hold any duchies other than these two. Everything down here can be county level, and that's completely fine. So that's great. What else do we have here? We can change Earl Aaron's contract. Let's bump his feudal taxes up. I think we're going to get an achievement for this, right? I think so. No? Oh, there it is. Fine print. Fantastic. So we did get an achievement for that. Excellent. I thought I saw one for using a hook to modify a title. Cool. Gift artifact. He wants to give us a mace? Sure, we'll take your mace. And we will equip it. We also have a couple of trinkets here. Which, this one we can repair for 38 gold. I guess that's fine. We don't have regalia, armor, or crown. And we only have 3 out of our 4 trinkets that we can equip. But that's okay. We can ask our head of faith for gold again, and we're definitely going to do so. We can go into golden obligations. There we go. The Pope referred to us as loathsome. I'm sure that's a good sign. Right? I'm pretty sure that's a good sign. We're going to come up over here and continue to work on our constructions. So, we want probably not walls and towers here. I want something that gives levies, but also makes money. And that pretty much means hunting grounds, based on our options here. I would normally go for pastoral lands, but we don't have the ability to make those. So we're going to go for hunters' lodges here instead. Okay. Out over here, we've got hound pens, we've got peat quarries, hide tents, and wooden barracks. I don't think there's anything to change this out to, so this is fine. Castlebar is still constructing, and we ditched the hillside fields here, we determined, for military camps. There we go. That'll be good. And then up here, we could definitely work on upgrading some of our cash generation. Alternatively, we could construct our last castle holding here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. We can't hold it personally right now. Who is this? Our wife is our rival? Awkward. Sure, we'll get rid of that. And we want hunting grounds to be put in here. Remember that the AI will never replace buildings, so that's the reason why we're trying to get level 1 buildings here in all of these locations, so that the AI just upgrades what they have. Of course, we can't build over here because the title hasn't been created. That's okay. For the time being, we're completely happy with having earls under us. We are going to want to change that eventually. We can hold court, but get out of here with that. Fantastic. So I wanted to come in over here and make sure that probably hunting grounds was built here. Yeah, that should be fine. Excellent. And you can see here, we're definitely starting to see our power levels come up. That's great. We've gone from like 7,000 to 11,000. Almost doubling our troop size, or rather our army size. That's absolutely great. Who is this? I'm probably overreacting. So let's go ahead and construct a trade port down here next, and then probably monasteries would be the next best thing. So we're going to have to wait for one more month tick. It is about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as soon as we get this going here. There we go. Fantastic. I just want to go through and make sure that everything else is good to go. This city is being built, and yeah, we're going to have a little bit more work to do internally, but we're actually getting pretty close here to having Ireland fully built up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.